I would just have you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what's going on with your
Well,
event.
my name is Brian Bowles. I've been doing photography locally here in Springfield for about 15 years. Unlike you, I know you do portraits and you do a lot of family stuff. I've kind of tried to stay away from that. I do a lot of landscape and wildlife and then concerts. So about 15 years ago, I started, I'm mobile in my job, and I started just noticing things. When the leaves drop and you're on the same route all the time, you kind of take mental pictures of things, and then a week goes by, and then you see that mental picture has changed a little bit. And then I look over, and there's two eagles sitting in a tree.
Yeah.
So I started to adapt my eyesight. You know, as a photographer, you get that photography eye where you dial things in, and you know what's beautiful, and you can find it, and then you get it. So once I established the route and the migration pattern, so to speak, then you come into identifying. Yeah. So if you see a tree and you see squirrel nests, that you're going to put in your image, but then the next week there's another clump up here.
Yeah.
That's an eagle or a vulture. Any one of those. It could be all the way down to a hawk. But my thing is, Justin Blanford got a hold of me through just seeing my photography, and he wanted to help educate, because I get a lot of people go, how do you see these things? How do you know they're there? You got to train your eye. Just like how do you capture the images you do? You train your eye. 100%. And after you do it a while, it comes naturally. It's almost like a matrix thing dialing in, oh my God, what do I got here? So, and that being said, the event is based upon local central Illinois wildlife, eagles, raptors, hawks, blue herons, even down to turkey vultures, and learning to identify and learning how to approach and not approach. A lot of my approach in the wildlife is drive-by photography. Mm-hmm. I don't even get out of the car, Zach. Mm-hmm. For the simple reason that if I open that door and I slam that door, they're leaving, they're gone. Exactly. Juvenile eagles, they don't play. Juvenile eagles, you slam that door and they're out of there quicker than you can even find where they went to.
Yeah.
So I just started tracking and monitoring where they're at, and then I would come back on the weekends earlier than what I'd seen them before sunrise, watch the sun come up, and then boom, there they are.
Yeah.
So the event is set up to let Illinois and Springfield and central Illinois surrounding communities be aware of what we have. Mm-hmm. And like we've talked about earlier, the political climate, everybody's kind of cooped up and everybody's seeing the news. Get out, go see. If you hit the lake, you hit the river, the west side of town, the east side of town, further out, they're there.
Yeah.
But you just got to know what you're looking for. So this event is based on where to look, what to look for, and how to train your eye. And whether you're a photographer or not, I implore people to get out there who are cooped up,
yeah,
who are sick of the media and the news and want to dial in on the real world and real time. Go out and come to my event, and I'll teach you some things.
That's awesome.
And it's like you as a photographer, you know that it's like Christmas when you get home and you put that memory card in and you pull that thing up and you're like, holy cow, I captured an eagle with a fish in its talon.
Yeah.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And the thing about wildlife and these eagles and raptors, it never gets old. For every image I capture, I get just as excited as I did the day before. And I want to close on this note that when I'm 55, so when I was a kid, I would take road trips with my grandma down south and just stare out the window before electronics, and you didn't really have much to do. You'd be done coloring within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you look out the window, you see nothing. Well, as an adult, you look out the window on the highway, you see hawks on wires, you see raptors, you see turkey vultures. We didn't have that 50 years ago because of the DDTs in the fields that wiped them clean. Now as an adult, it's a very juvenile feeling for me to see these, and I stick with that feeling until the day I die. That eagle season and raptor season, once winter comes, besides the holidays and Christmas, it's eagle season for me.
Yeah.
So I want to bring people into eagle season and teach them how to not scare them off, how to identify and where to do with that. And I just feel it's mentally, it's relieving. It's more than just a hobby.
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
100%.
Yeah, and you as a photographer know it's. I like it because I don't have to direct anything. Exactly. They direct me, and I'm just like, okay, all right, man, you want to get that fish? Go get that fish.
So is this like a contest or anything, or is just
No, it's in conjunction with the Dana Thomas House and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. And they're just trying to get it's two 30-minute PowerPoints where I'm going to run through some images and just go through and take any questions that people may have as far as identifying and finding out where to go. Because I get hit up, matter of fact, I just got hit up a few minutes ago on how are you seeing these things? Because I posted some eagle pictures on Facebook and everybody wants to know. So I get tired of telling everybody the same thing. So I'm going to try to get everybody in a group and school them on how to do this. I don't want to be a selfish photographer. You know what I mean? And you know in photography, it's very, man, it's woo, people can be rough. And I don't care for that. I don't want that turmoil because for me, it's more therapeutic.
Exactly.
It's more therapeutic. And as a photographer, I don't generally charge for stuff. If I go into a family event or something, I just pro bono that crap and we move on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the money to take away and turn it into a profession where I feel like this isn't a hobby anymore. And I could make money off of it, but that's what you're there for. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take anything from you. You do your portraits, you do your thing, and I'll do my thing, and we will all cohabit peacefully.
Yes.
And I want to pass that on because I don't want people to scare the vultures and the turkey vultures and eagles, and I don't want them to be scared off.
Gotcha.
So you gotta close your door gently and approach quietly, and it takes a lot for an eagle to just drop out of a tree and fly around and move to the next tree. It's expending a lot of energy to do that. If it hasn't eaten, then you just kind of put that eagle in harm's way a bit.
I'm interested because I take pictures of, like you said, families and seniors and all that stuff, but on my downtime, artistically, I'm willing to shoot anything.
Right.
So I might, come up to this class. Will you be teaching any camera skills?
No, not necessarily, because as far as camera skills, I started out, Zach, with a point and shoot.
Yeah.
A simple bottom of the barrel point and shoot. And I have that image. The first image I got of an eagle, I got it with a point and shoot. I got one image. And when I went home and I pulled that thing up, it was Christmas.
Yeah.
What the heck did I just get? That was the minute I was hooked. So if you want, we'll hook up after that. I'll give you my number. You want to go out, we'll go out, man. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. You get your camera, we'll gear it up, and we'll head out.
Okay.
It's very early morning. I prefer early morning as opposed to later in the evening, just because the traffic and everything else. But early morning, they're way more active. Right now, I will tell you off the bat, the first boat ramp off the lake right there, off the dam, the dam area. The first boat ramp right there, when that water freezes between CWOP and all that land right there, way out there in the middle, that's where they go. And they just sit there and there's an opening and it's a group of eagles in there, and it's easy to identify, but people will drive by there and go, oh, I see all the geese out there. No, it's not geese.
Yeah.
And I'll give you another example. I was driving down Pawnee Road last Wednesday, headed to one of my clinics for work, and I noticed a bunch of turkey vultures. And they're just flying everywhere, but I noticed in the middle of that, something was weird, and I look up, and it was a mature bald eagle getting attacked by about 3 different crows. That bald eagle was somewhere it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And then I went further down, and then I saw 2 more eagles in flight just coming at each other, having fun, and just diving at each other. But my camera, the one I carry in the car, it's a 300 millimeter point and shoot. They were about a mile up. I couldn't capture it, but I saw it. So even if, as a photographer, I don't capture it and I saw it, I'm like, oh, well, you lose out, I didn't. I saw it, you didn't.
Right.
But it's still, whether I get the image or not, I still walk away with like, yeah, that was badass.
Yep.
That was so badass. And the bottom line is, eagles are cooler than any of us will ever be. Eagles are just cool.
I agree.
That's the best I can do for you.